Good morning on this Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. We're back with another daily brief here at the Dakota. Go to mydakotan.com. You can read this daily brief. And you can also subscribe to the daily brief where it will be delivered to your inbox at 8:30 a.m. But we do have a couple of things that you might be interested in. 1974, American baseball player Hank Aaron hit his 715th career home run, breaking Babe Ruth's record, which had stood since 1935. In 1976, he completed his career with 755 home runs. That's this day in history. Also in 1973, Pablo Picasso, one of the most influential artists of the 20th century, died in France at age 91. Now, fast forwarding many years to more current day news. Yesterday, we found out that there was a Minot resident who has submitted signatures for a mayoral special election and has announced his candidacy to run in that mayoral election. During Minot City Council meeting, Minot resident Josiah Royce announced he has submitted nearly 500 signatures, well over the 293 required, to trigger a special election for the vacant mayoral seat. Assuming verification, this is a process that we'll be following up with the city of Minot on. The earliest election date would be July 20th. Royce also declared his candidacy, vowing to serve as a constitutional mayor and challenging policies he sees as conflicting with the nation's founding principles. His announcement followed a lengthy public statement criticizing the Minot Police Department. Yesterday, we also released a podcast with Finance Director David Lakefield, and that's an inside look into the Minot City budget and finances. I sat down with Dave for an in-depth conversation about the city's budget, financial planning, and the strategies behind funding key services and infrastructure. We explored how taxpayer dollars are allocated, the challenges of balancing a city's growing needs, and what residents should know about the financial health of Minot. We also take a look at what capping property taxes would actually do for citizens and for the city of Minot. The U.S. Senate GOP wins approval of sprawling budget blueprint, shipping it to the House in a 51-48 vote. Senate Republicans passed a budget resolution paving the way to extend the 2017 cuts and potentially to add nearly $6 trillion to the deficit, according to outside estimates. The resolution sets up a reconciliation process that could also include major increases in defense and border security spending. Critics warn the plan favors the wealthy and could spike inflation, while libertarian and progressive groups alike are blasting it as a fiscal disaster in the making. The measure now heads to the House. And in the North Dakota state legislature, a bill requiring legacy fund disclosure website sees support in North Dakota. North Dakota may soon launch a dedicated website to display investments tied to its $12 billion legacy fund, following unanimous Senate approval of House Bill 1319. The site would list all public holdings, aiming to streamline access for citizens and reduce public records requests. While some fund details, like institutional investments, remain confidential, officials say the platform will increase transparency and save time. The project, supported by Governor Kelly Armstrong, is expected to take several years to complete. Also, the House votes down a bill clarifying term limit start date. This is obviously an interesting topic after yesterday's daily brief, where we went over some local conversation about term limits. A bill to clarify when North Dakota's legislative term limits begin failed in the House on a 48-42 vote Monday. House Bill 1300, backed by Representative Ben Koppelman of Fargo, would have started the term limits clock on January 1st, 2023, following confusion from the 2022 voter-approved measure. With the bill's defeat, questions linger about how terms will be counted. According to the Constitution, according to the way that the bill was originally set, it will be where they will not have more time than just strictly an 8-year limit. Currently, we still have a separate resolution that would expand term limits to 4 terms per chamber on the 2026 ballot. North Dakota lawmakers stopped the time change bill. Gets personally on a personal note. I'm excited about this one. North Dakota will stick with changing clocks twice a year after the Senate voted 32-15 to kill a bill aimed at ending seasonal time shifts. House Bill 1259 initially proposed year-round standard time, but was amended to adopt permanent daylight saving time only if neighboring states did the same. Supporters cited benefits for construction and evening activities, but concerns about the time mismatches with border states and federal law ultimately sank the bill. And then lastly, Standing Rock leaders raised concerns about federal funding in meeting with North Dakota, South Dakota governors. In a rare joint visit to Fort Yates, Governors Kelly Armstrong and Larry Roden met with the Standing Rock Sioux tribe to discuss looming federal funding cuts and long-standing sovereignty concerns. Tribal Chairman Janet Alkire urged state leaders to advocate for Indian country as Trump-era budget rollbacks threaten essential services. Both governors expressed support, while tribal leaders pressed for help on infrastructure, economic development, and meaningful consultation moving forward. There is one article that I forgot that comes on the heels of yesterday's city council meeting as well. The Minot Daily News is reporting that the Minot City Council voted 4-2 against a property tax exemption for-profit childcare centers, making these facilities subject to property taxes. City Tax Assessor Ryan Komrowski estimated that approximately 5 such centers currently operate in assessed buildings with a combined tax liability of about $40,000, of which the city shares approximately 30%. Council member Lisa Olson, chair of the city's Child Care Committee, expressed concern that the added tax burden could lead to higher child care costs for families and potentially force some centers to close. Conversely, Councilmember Paul Pittner argued that addressing child care needs is best left to the free market, suggesting that entrepreneurs should fulfill this demand. That is today's Daily Brief. Be on the lookout here at the Dakota. We have a lot of one-on-one conversations coming up with city leaders and others that we plan on releasing this week. It's going to be a busy week here. So make sure you're subscribed to the Dakotan YouTube channel. Also, go to mydakotan.com where we'll be posting updates on news throughout the day. And you can read this full daily brief at your own pace. Lastly, join us at 9 a.m. today for Minot Talk. It's going to be a live episode. It's going to be special. We're going to honor Leif Snyder, who would have been on with us today. So that will be good. We're also going to we have delayed a commemorative video that we're going to be doing of him for Leif Appreciation Day on April 17th, on Leif's birthday. So that's going to be delayed. But yesterday, there was a proclamation made by acting mayor that April 17th would be a day to remember Leif. And so we're going to do that as well with that video. I think that will be very special on the 17th. Today, though, we will also be remembering him as he should be here with us today. So going to be a good time. Thank you for watching this episode of the Daily Brief. Join us tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. There'll be another edition of the Daily Brief live on YouTube and on your favorite podcasting platform for you to be able to listen to however it works best for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.